series, and we're talking about steps, half steps and whole steps, or distances between notes in music, and we're also talking about accidentals and how they work. It relates to exercise 4 from your CAT, which is Music Theory CAT 1. Let's start. Okay, so when we're looking and talking about music, the way that we refer to a melody or distances between two notes is through something called an interval, and that's all an interval is. It's distance between two notes. In Western music, the smallest distance between two notes is known as a half step, and here we can see an example of a half step between C and D flat or C sharp. It doesn't always have to be a white to a black note. In two instances we see the smallest distance or the half step occur between two white notes, B and C and E and F. A whole step is two half steps put together. So we skip the next note and we move on to the next one. So here we see the example of 1 to 2 is a half step, 2 to 3 is a half step, but 1 to 3 is a whole step. So a whole step is made up of two half steps. Okay, you've probably seen these two signs around, you probably know what they are, but I'll just explain it anyway. So these are called accidentals, and the accidentals are used to lower or raise a note a half step. So the first accidental on the left is known as a flat, which takes it down a half step, and then sharp, which is on the right, takes it up a half step. So let's have a look at the way that these look on the keyboard. So the black key in between C and D here is an accidental. This note could be called C sharp, and we can see it written here. The sharp or the flat sign is always written to the left of the note in the notation. It can also be called D flat because it's being taken down a half step from D. If you'd like to get stuck into exercise 4, you have to identify a series of notes that do have accidentals placed on them. Thanks a lot for listening. We'll see you back here for lesson 3.